Get those likes up, ladies and gentlemen. Get those likes up, ladies and gentlemen. Timer's ticking. Last chance to hit those likes. Let's get the party started.
Yo! You got the awkward airtime. I know you guys love the awkward airtime. Good morning, guys. Bitcoin's retraced to the 0.618. What can we expect next, man? What can we expect next? Let's talk about it. Let's discuss. We got Chainlink pumping. It's usually not a good sign that we see Chainlink. It's not a good sign that we see Chainlink pumping. Usually speaking. All right, so let's jump on into it, man. What's going on? Good morning. Good morning. What's up, Lazarus? What's Interactive? Gerald, Crypto Shock. Samantha, I see Samantha's uncaged. Samantha, shout out to you. I love my guy Samantha. He's like a big part of the family now. What's going on? I saw Drew in here. I saw everyone in here, man. Well, let's jump onto the charts. Let's not waste. I guess let's not waste any time. John said, "Here comes Jordan to convince us to be bullish." Not quite yet. Not quite yet. We'll talk about a few things. It's a very interesting day. We see the DXY coming back to the upside. We need to see the DXY get rejected from its current level. If it doesn't, it's not looking good for BTC here. We got the stock markets. We got to see what the stock markets do today. There's a lot of things to discuss today, all right? A lot of things to discuss this morning. Let's get busy, all right? So let's jump on in, man. All right, so right now, we're seeing Bitcoin, 23,834. By the way, guys, happy Friday. Happy Friday. Cheers to the weekend. If you guys work on the weekends, well, hey, man, here's the deal. You probably already had a day off this week. If you did it, well, you're making money to invest in the bear market, man. So congratulations to you. Either way, it's a win-win. It's a win-win either way you look at it. In my take, you know what I'm saying? Good morning. I do have my coffee ready to go. I'm on coffee number 2. Let's get a nice little sip before we get started here. We got a lot of things to talk about this morning, man. Bitcoin, interesting patterns. Altcoins and interesting patterns. DXY, stock markets. We'll talk about everything here. Hold on. All right, guys. So real quick, before we jump on anything, let's just recap what happened over last night. So yesterday morning, we were talking about this rising wedge. That one played out pretty perfectly, almost exactly textbook rising wedge. Broke down to the downside, which they do 68% of the time. Came all the way back down to the measure move target, which is the bottom of the falling wedge, which also happened to also be the 0.618 Fibonacci level from the swing low to the swing high of the move. 618 Fib is also right at that bottom of that support. And it looks like right now Bitcoin is trying to hold that level, which is also the 200 exponential moving average on the 1 hour time frame. So you're finding some support right there. But now you can see what Bitcoin's also trying to form. What do we have here, my friends? What do we have here? This looks like an antelope, like a gazelle. But it's not an antelope or a gazelle. Okay, I'm actually going to get rid of this one. What do we have that Bitcoin could be forming here now to the downside? Okay, you might be saying Bitcoin's dumping. You might be thinking Bitcoin's over. Bitcoin's going to zero. This is the end of the move. I'm looking at this as an opportunity. Okay, despite some interesting things that we'll talk about in a second, which could totally throw this off. Okay, I'm looking at this as an opportunity. All right, so here's the deal, my man. Here's the deal. We got another falling wedge. Once again, you play the percentages. These break to the upside 68% of the time. Okay? Now, there could be that 32% where you do break it to the downside, but all you can do is take the percentages that you're given. All right? So, which way will this break? We'll watch this on stream. I also do have it over here on the 15-minute time frame, which I was actually looking at like this. Okay? I was looking at it like this. Right there, George. What are you guys saying over here, man? You guys are saying where Tino is? Tino went on a vacation, my man. He went on vacation. He'll be back relatively soon. I think he said it in one of his videos. Maybe it was a Patreon video. He said it in one of his videos that he will be going on vacation and he'll be coming back. So, you know, our guy Tino, the happy days, will be back. Okay? We'll be back. Anyways, if we look at over here, okay? We were just reminiscing about the people you booted from the chat, like Anthony L. I made a joke earlier that Anthony L probably made a new account, Anthony W, to help his self-esteem, right? So he didn't take the L, he took the W. You know what I'm saying? But no, right here on the 15-minute time frame, guys. If you look at the 15-minute, now this is, granted, this is just the 15-minute time frame. Don't compare apples to apples, oranges to oranges, apples to apples, pumpkins to pumpkins. But you do have a little bullish divergence, right? Lower lows on the price action, higher lows on the RSI. The last time you had that was right down here for BTC, where you had lower lows on price action, higher highs on the RSI, and you booted back up to the upside. All right, the flying gazelle pattern is the most bullish pattern. Actually, it might be. But you got bullish divergence on the 15 minutes. Could give Bitcoin a little bit of juice. It's already gave it a little bit of a juice, but what it comes back down to right now in the 15-minute time frame is, can we get back over that 50 EMA? Okay? Can we get back over that stupid. I call it stupid. 50 exponential moving average on the 15-minute time frame. Because ever since we got this dump, we've rejected. Okay? Multiple times. Okay? Multiple times. Mike said, when you have to explain your joke, they're normally not funny. It's actually very true. Very true. Or you can explain it as people just don't have the IQ to explain the joke, you know? You might just not have the IQ. I'll go with that, Mike. I'll go with that. It's delicious, man. It's delicious. All right. Now, before we jump into the 4-hour time frame, which I do want to talk about because there's still a scenario where Bitcoin goes a little bit lower here, in my personal opinion. We're going to check that one in a second. I do want to check a couple warning signs for today, guys. There's a lot of, in the charts right now, there are a lot of
warning shots fired
coming in here on the charts. Okay, what are those warning signs coming in the charts? Well, let's jump on in. So Chainlink, number one, when Chainlink gets a pump without the rest of the market, the key is when Chainlink gets a pump without the rest of the market. That is usually not a good sign. Okay, why is it? Well, it's a phenomenon that none of us know. Okay, it's only a phenomenon that people on this channel know. Is when Chainlink pumps, Bitcoin dumps. It's like clockwork. Is a warning sign that's popping up here. Okay, now could the whales know that we know that when Chainlink pump? It's like the whale call. You know, they go Chainlink's pumping. That means Bitcoin. That means dump your Bitcoin, right? They all know this. Okay, they all know this. Are they switching it up? Where now they're saying Chainlink's pumping, that means it's time to pump everything else. Okay? Yes, like Mike said, it's a great mystery that we don't know. But right now, Link is up 5% and the rest of the market is pretty much flat. Okay? Besides a couple alts. So take it for what it is. We were looking at this bull flag yesterday on Chainlink. Did play out very, very nicely. A lot of alts are actually still in these, which is very, very good. If Bitcoin can break out of this wedge formation to the upside, you should see a nice little altcoin move to the upside. But, take it for what you will. I want to get excited for Chainlink pumping, but it's normally not a good sign. So take that for what you will. The other thing is the DXY. This is a big day for the DXY, man. We need to see the DXY come up here and get rejected. Okay? We want to see the DXY get a big Mario dump to the downside. That's what we want to see this morning on this beautiful, beautiful Friday morning, man. That's what we want to see. Skillful said, here we go. Maybe, man, maybe. I don't know. Warning sign, daily gravestone doji. That too, yes. We'll get to the daily time frame in a second. Sweet nectar of victory is coffee. Let me tell you that. So we know that this is such a big level right here, man. This is such a big level. We know that the DXY, okay, right here, the DXY, right here, upward sloping trend line, okay, since January. We know that that smashed to the downside for the first time a couple days ago. The big question that we have today, guys, is, right, and this is very pertaining to Bitcoin for everyone that's new. If the DXY comes back up, that means that Bitcoin most likely is going to come back down. If the DXY gets rejected right here and starts to roll back over, right, and this is just a bearish back test, right, a breakdown, a back test, continuation to the downside, that would be very, very bullish for Bitcoin. All right, so that's why today is a huge day to decide what the DXY wants to do. As of right now, you did wick up to it, and you are holding it as resistance. But the question is, will it hold? Right? Will it freaking hold? That's a big question that we have to ask ourselves right now. Is this could be the big turning point right here, where if the DXY does get back over this, you gotta start looking at Bitcoin coming back down to the downside. You gotta do it. As much as we want it to go up, that is the simple case that we have. Now, until we break back over it, all is good. All is good in the world. It is what it is. We stay below it. Awesome. Bitcoin probably holds up. But in the meantime, that's something that we do need to watch going forward. And if it goes back up,
everybody panic. We're going to zero.
they got the 12K moon boys coming back in. It's like the anti bull market moon boys. We got the 12K bear market moon boys coming back into the chat. Let's see what we got here. Jordan fell for this little pump. I wouldn't call it a little pump, man. I mean, pretty much every alt that I bought lower is up at least 2x from the lows. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I don't know if I would necessarily call it lower. I'll call it a fake pump or a little pump. What's going on? 20K before 30K? I could see that scenario too. We go back to the 4-hour time frame. Over here. The one scenario I'm looking for is if Bitcoin does not hold this wedge formation, right? For example, if Bitcoin gets rejected right here and breaks down from the wedge formation, which is certainly a possibility, right? Which is certainly a possibility. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It is what it is. If this breaks down, okay, well, you gotta look at this, at the 4-hour time frame. We go back to the 4-hour time frame. Over here, this dumps back down. You still could take this yellow vector candle right back down here. Okay, so you see this yellow vector candle in the 4-hour time frame? We've been talking about that. There's still a lot of people, a lot of retail, including us. We are retail. Everyone always says, you know, like a lot of retail. We are retail. I say that all over Twitter. Like, retail hasn't FOMO'd in yet. Bro, you are retail. Did you buy? Yes, then you're FOMO'd in. Retail FOMO'd in, man. We're all retail. But if we look at like this, all right, if this does come a little bit lower, we still have this upward sloping trend line right here that Bitcoin still could get a bounce back over. I'm seeing everyone getting, the bears are getting super confident right now. I will say that. You know, they're getting super, super confident when in reality, nothing's really changed. We're still just doing the same thing that we've done for the last couple of weeks, which is make higher lows, bop, 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 and just get resistance on pretty much the same points on the top side. Bop, bop, bop. It's like that song. Oh, watch me bop, 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 bop. We're just doing the same thing, right? Now, the bearish scenario, where Jordan flips bearish. You guys want to know where Jordan flips bearish? Okay, if you want to counter trade me, where Jordan flips bearish is if Bitcoin comes back down after this 4-hour bearish divergence, continues back to the downside. If Bitcoin breaks this upward sloping trend line. So if we went straight down today, right now, if we went straight down right now, that's at 23K. If we went straight down in a couple 4-hour candles, that's 23,200. If Bitcoin breaks this upward sloping trend line, that's when Jordan flips bearish. Okay? Until then, what do we like to say, my man?
Nothing has changed.
Nothing has changed. Okay? Nothing has changed in the grand scheme of things. All right? So watch out for that. Right now, I mean, you're still just holding it. You're still just holding it at the end of the day. So let's be patient here. Let's not jump to conclusions. You know, the bears are getting very confident. It's like the anti-bulls. When you see a little bit of a dip, you go, all right? So let's chill. Let's chill out. Let's chill out. Let's see. Wayne said, good breakfast, eggs, toast, and jelly. Eggs, toast, and jelly sounds pretty legit. I will have to say, one of the most underrated breakfasts is toast. Just give me toast with butter. That is one of the most underrated breakfast items. Especially because what I like to do is when I go out to breakfast, I like to take the toast with some butter on it. Yeah, I like to butter my toast, if you know what I mean. I like to take the toast with the butter on it. Put some eggs on it. Put some corned beef hash on it. Make a little sandwich. Eat that stuff. It's delicious, my man. It's absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. Rodney said, Jordan, you're way off. Rodney, I think you're mistaking my long-term view with my short-term view, man. I'm pretty much talking about short-term views right now. Right? These are my short-term views. Nothing has changed. I am more convinced that the bottom is in now than I was a couple weeks ago, for sure. And it's not necessarily on the move up. It's because a lot of the indicators that I look at are all showing that. But we'll talk about it in a second. All right? I'm mostly talking about my short-term time frame stuff. Daily time frame, you know, here's the deal. Real quick, let's bring up our daily RSI. Look at how tight this is getting, man. This is getting super, super tight, bro. Super. Look at it. You got to put some honey on it. What's Samantha say? Toast? Why'd you put toast with Bob on it? Bob doesn't eat toast, Samantha. Come on, buddy. All right, no, but Samantha's the homie, man. No, but right here, man. Upward sloping support. Downward sloping resistance. The daily is getting tighter, tight. Very, very tight. And I'll continue to say we like tight things on this channel. Okay, you should expect a resolution here within the next 3 days. Okay? Within the next 3 days. All right? You should expect a resolution here on the daily time frame. This is going to get exciting, man. right? So you might look at this daily pattern up here and say, all right, Bitcoin's got a lot of room to run here, right? A lot of room to make a decision. Well, I look at the RSI levels, which show us momentum, and this tells me that Bitcoin's got to make a decision within the next 3 days on which direction it wants to go on the daily. Okay? So that also kind of goes into my thinking that, all right, here's the deal. Here's the deal. Bitcoin breaks down to the downside here. The RSI is going to break to the downside, and we should expect Bitcoin, in my opinion, if Bitcoin breaks to the downside here, I think you could come back down and test the 20K, 19 to 20K level. More likely like 20.7 seems to be the level that I'd watch. That seems to be the big support at about 20.7K. That I would be, if Bitcoin breaks down, I would be looking for 20.7K for Bitcoin to come back down to, and then try to make a higher low and come back up to the upside. And this is why we got to stay patient in the daily time frame, right? Shorter term time frames can give us clues on longer term time frames. Daily time frame, if this breaks to the upside, okay, that's the point where I'm looking for 26.6. Okay, a lot of confluence at 26.6. You got a red vector candle back up here. You got the bottom of the wick on this consolidation back up here for May, and you got also on the weekly time frame, you got the 200-week exponential moving average coming in right at 26.6. Okay, so we got to stay focused, because I do think within this weekend, right? The next 3 days is this weekend or Monday, right? It's either got to be Saturday, Sunday, or Monday for this decisive move. Okay, and that's why I'm excited, man. All right, so stay focused. Stay focused. I know right now it's starting to get one of those boring times where Bitcoin kind of just, goes up, down, generally stays in the same range. In theory, just kind of stays in the same range here. But I'm going to stick with, I do think Bitcoin breaks to the upside, man. I do. If I'm wrong, okay. We're probably going back down to 20.7, and I'll scoop up some more for the second higher low for us to come back up to the upside. All right? That's simply the thought process as I kind of jump on over here, man. Let's see. After 3 days, Goblin Town? I hope not, but it is what it is. If it happens, we'll just scoop up more crypto, man. We'll scoop up more crypto. And what I hope that this move up has realized is how fast the crypto market can change and why you want to be buying major support levels. Okay? If this move up the last couple weeks has not shown you how quick altcoins can move, how quick even Bitcoin can move, I don't know what will. All right? It's why it's important to buy major supports. Okay? Don't be afraid to take profits on the way back up. Right? Link is pumping right now. As soon as I get off the stream, I'm probably going to take profits on Link. Link's one of my biggest holds. I'm most likely going to be taking profits wherever it is off stream. I mean, if it comes back down, it is what it is. But I'll most likely be taking some profits on Link as soon as I get off and stream. Why? It's at local highs. It's coming up to my target, which is 965. Do not be afraid to take profits, man. Okay? Don't be afraid to take profits. Seriously. All right, so 23,812. That's what we're looking at right now on Captain BTC. Still holding the range. I'm still looking for Bitcoin to break to the upside here, my man. We'll find out if I'm wrong. You guys love to tell me, Jordan, you're wrong. Jordan, you're wrong. You're so wrong. Let's see if we do it again, man. Let's see if we do it again. Jordan, you're so wrong. Oh. There's no way that we pump. There's no way that we dump. All right, anyways. I'm getting a little carried away. Roddy said you are a little bit right. Nice. 26.6 is the number to turn full-blown bullish. 25 is the number for full bear. Roddy, there you go. We agree almost 100%. Look at that. Me and Rodney have the same idea. That's literally the numbers I'm looking at. Bitcoin breaks 20.5. Bitcoin breaks 26.6. Whoop! Drew said, I'm going to sell the bottom, sir. Sell the bottom, Drew. Sell the bottom, man. I know you won't do that. I know you won't do that, buddy. All right, so, if we want to flip back over to, I want to actually look at total market cap. Total market cap's at an interesting point, guys, and this is, I've always said that sometimes I do think that, hold on, let me check the DXY. Oh, no. All right, we got to see where we close today, okay? Very importante, guys. Very importante close for the DXY. We got to see. Has the buy signal came in yet? I actually want to touch on that too. Thank you for reminding me. I actually want to look at the hash ribbon signal. It hasn't it hasn't quite played out. Jordan's stealing Rodney's numbers now. You're too funny, man. The hash ribbons hasn't got the buy signal yet. I actually was looking at that yesterday. But we're starting to come back up to the upside. If you know what I mean. But if this breaks up right here, guys, I have to maybe I have to start looking at Bitcoin coming back down. All right, but wait for the daily close. Wait for the daily close. Like yesterday, it looked like the DXY was dumping, and it came right back up before the close. So let's watch out there. Wait for the close, gang. Wait for the close. Wait for the close, my friends. All right, so and that job is closed, if you know what I mean. All right, total market cap. Total market cap's at a very interesting point, my friends. Where I could understand, like if you're a full blown bear, I can understand right now why you think crypto would come back down to the downside. Like I can totally get it. I can get it on this chart. If you're just looking at basic support and resistance, basic patterns on what you're forming, you can understand that scenario, right? If you look at where we are, right, the sort of May to June consolidation lows, right here, that's where you find yourself back at for total market cap. You find yourself right back at previous support, trying to flip into new resistance. Not only that, I get the point where you might look at this and say, all right, you're making higher highs, you're making higher lows. That looks like just to be a rising wedge formation, which they do break out 68% of the time to the downside. You guys know I love my wedge formations. So I can totally understand when you look at this and say, all right, I think that it's going to come back down and come back down and at least test the lows again before it comes back up. I can get that scenario. Just the thing for me is, for me to say that, I need to see Bitcoin break about 23K. If Bitcoin breaks 23K, I am all aboard probably that scenario playing out, which is total market cap probably coming back down and making this, for me, making the higher low and then coming back up to test over the course of the next couple months, something along these lines. But if this doesn't, and it's also the DXY that comes into play right there. Looks like the DXY is still finding some resistance at that level. We shall see what we close tonight, guys. Pay patient to the daily close. It's all about patience, okay? Market makers love to make wicks to make you think something's that's going to happen just to change it on the close, okay? So wait for the close tonight on the DXY. And it was like the same thing as the stock markets last night, guys. Right? The stock markets looked like they were going to the moon yesterday, and then they pulled right back down to the downside. Right, we've seen the stock markets come up a little bit today. NASDAQ up about 0.7%. S&P looks like to be up about 0.5%. Looks like they're coming up a little bit, but wait for the close on these things too. You can always see midday, everything just switch on a dime and do the opposite of what it's currently doing. All right, so pay attention to all these things, man. Ice cream machine can never be fixed. No, trust me. I don't work at McDonald's anymore. I got fired from McDonald's in the last bear market. I now work at Burger King, if you guys didn't know. Okay, I do work at Burger King now, which I will tell you this. If you want an ice cream, go to Burger King, okay? Our ice cream machine always works. They forced me to wear this crown, by the way, guys. They forced me to wear this crown. It is what it is. But actually, no, in all honesty, if you guys want a fast food ice cream, Wendy's is always the way to go. Nothing beats a good, cold Frosty from Wendy's, bro. Nothing beats that. Absolutely nothing, man. Absolutely nothing. This thing makes me look like a lizard. This hat makes me my eyes look like a lizard person, by the way. So I'm actually going to take that off. It's kind of freaking me out. Maybe I am a lizard person. Da-da-da! Maybe I am. I don't know. Clint loves BK. Nice strat. Have Clint come to BK. What do you guys saying? Alex said, has the buy signal came in yet? Yeah, let's check the hash ribbon signal. We haven't checked that in quite a while. Do I have it on one of these? I don't think that I do. Let me bring it up over here. Let me bring Market Cipher down. The Market Cipher buy signal on the 2-week, it's just the big one I'm watching. Okay, big one that we got back here in the bear markets at the same point with the momentum wave is back down here, right? 2 green dots, that was the bottom, right? May 2019, get that green dot, that was the bottom. You are so close to getting that flip, man. You're so freaking close to getting that flip, but you got to close at a good close on this 2-week candle that we're currently at. Holy moly, man. You got to close on this 2-week. This 2-week candle is so important for so many different reasons. But yeah, you're so close to getting that flip. If you look at right here, this is going to flip almost for the first time since November when you got the bearish flip. Okay? You almost got the close on March 2022. But you got that little bit of fake out. Didn't get it, came back down. What we don't want to see is another fake out on that indicator, though. All right? Now, let's bring up the hash ribbons real quick. We haven't looked at that in a hot minute. So hot in here. So hot in. No, if you look at the hash ribbons, though, it looks like, I'm going to go to a daily till we get super, it looks like they're starting to curl up. These things just don't want to give, though. Okay, so this shows that, if miners are still capitulating, basically when you get the buy signal on this, it's always been a good time to buy crypto. Every single time you got a buy signal on this, it's always been a good time to buy. All right, so at every single time, I'm not going to go through every single time. Maybe we'll do it tonight just because I want to keep these streams so much shorter, but you haven't got the buy signal quite yet. You are, hold on. You're still very, very far from getting it, man. You're very far from getting that cross. Basically, you want to see this cross. There it is. You haven't got that cross yet. So, doesn't mean the bottom can't be in, but it means basically that, just basically that the buy signal is what it is. Let's see. It is what it is. I like crypto. You like crypto, man? The other thing on the 2-week chart that I want to look at real quick is the Heikin-Ashi candles, which I also noticed this right here. If we actually go to the Heikin-Ashi candles, where's my Heikin-Ashi candles? Here we go. And we bring up our bull market support band. Here's what I told you guys. Here is what I told you. You guys can come and hate me if it's not true. All right? But I went back and I back tested. Every single time that you've got a flip back over to green on the Heikin-Ashi candles on the 2-week chart, every single time, there's 16 iterations of this. 16, okay? So it's not a statistical anomaly, okay? It is 16 times that this has played out, okay? So if you want to call me crazy, call me crazy. If it doesn't work out, well, I'm just going based off statistics. On the 2-week chart, every single time that the 2-week Heikin-Ashi candle has flipped green, we've always came back up and at least tested or wicked to the 2-week, to the bull market support band, okay? Every single time. Right now, that's sitting right here at almost 29K. Okay, now we still got, as long as we close above 22,300, which we're about 1,300 over that right now. As long as we close above that, hey man, based off statistical, you should expect Bitcoin to come back up and test the bull market support band. Doesn't have to be right now, but it could be over the course of the next couple weeks, right? I mean, we can go back in all the times. Right here, got the green. You came up to the bull market support band. Right here, to the green. Came back to the bull market support band. We looked at this the other day. It is what it is. Right here, you flipped green. Came back up to the bull market support band. Right here, flipped green. Came up to the bull market support band. Right here, flip green, came back to the bull market support band. Right here, flip green, came back to the bull market support band. Sound like a robot. Right here, flipped green, came back to the bull market support band. Da-da-da! Right here, green, flip bull market support band. Here, green, 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 bull market support band. I'm not going to go through every single time, but it's happened every single time. It's actually kind of a good song. Here, green, bull market support band. I should make a little bit, you guys should make a remix of that. Can someone make a hot remix of that and give that to me? That would be pretty dope. I would like that a lot, man. You know what it is? It is what it is. But no, seriously. I'm not going to go through every single time. It's 16 times. 16 iterations. You've done it every single time. Don't hate me for what I'm seeing. It's just, it is what it is. So not only do we have that, we have the 2-week market cipher chart that's We need a little bit more momentum, but we're not quite there. But it is what it is. Song of Fire. I think it's a pretty good song, man. I do. So I mean, we'll see if that ends up playing out over the course of the next couple. It could take a month. It could take 2 months. It doesn't have to happen at this very moment, but normally that's a very, very good sign. Hold on. Let me take a quick sip of coffee here. But like I said, we need to close above 22,300 for that to be valid on Sunday. So we still got 3 days. Bitcoin could easily just dump and nullify that. But let me take a quick sip of water here. And now coffee. I don't drink water in the morning. Who drinks water in the morning? Only if you're a pussy do you drink water in the morning. Man, it's beautiful stuff. Let's go check out what ETH's doing. All right, so DXY chilling, S&P chilling. All right, so ETH is kind of in the same boat as BTC. What do we have here? Do we have another bit of a little bit of a falling wedge? Is this what we think it is? Another falling wedge? Well, once again, if we go based off statistics, you would expect this to pump up to the upside. But I want to warn everyone on this. I do think ETH is at a bigger resistance level than Bitcoin. And I totally understand why, if you think that Ethereum has topped out on this move. We got the ETH merge, which looks like it was successful. Is it going to be a buy the rumor, sell the news event? If you got this gravy train to the upside on ETH doing, from $800 to almost 2K, congratulations. But I want to just keep in mind that Ethereum is at its biggest resistance here. So even if Ethereum comes back up, what I want you to pay attention to is the M formation on Ethereum. Okay, pay very, very, very close attention to this. Because I do think there's a good chance that Ethereum pumps up to the upside again and tries to make some double top. Be very, 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 very careful on this for Ethereum. Okay, because I can already see it happening. ETH coming back up again. Oh, the merge is going to pump us to the moon. The urge is going to pump us to the moon. But Ethereum comes back up. Double tops, comes back down to the downside. Be very, 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 very careful on Ethereum here. Okay? We still got this huge hourly vector candle back down here. Okay? Now, even if ETH comes back down to the downside, I don't expect it to dump down to zero or anything. But a more substantial drop could be coming at this current moment for Ethereum. The reason why I say that, okay, which I do think ETH is going to break to the upside here, by the way. I do think it will. But I don't know if it'll go significantly higher. If it does, congratulations. I will definitely take that as Ethereum being my biggest holding in my portfolio. So it takes me a lot to say that I think Ethereum might be somewhat topped out on this move. The reason why I say that is, yes, we broke out on the weekly RSI level right here, but I do think a pullback could be in store. The reason why is, where is Ethereum came back up to? Where did it wick on that last move to the upside? Okay, where did it wick? Right here, right to the bull market, the bear market resistance band, bull market support band, the 20-week SMA. Look at that. Almost a perfect wick to it. You can't make that shit up. Not only that, you look left, that's the previous support and previous resistance levels. This is the biggest resistance level for Ethereum that you could probably find in the charts. Okay? Is right here. So I would not hate on it if you think that Ethereum has topped out on this move. I will say it again. And I can see the scenario where if you think ETH is going to get a pullback here, comes back down to maybe the 1700 level, and then tries to move to the upside, I totally understand that take. I get it. Okay? I get it. And I do think, that makes more sense than ETH just pumping up to the upside here like a freaking madman. I wanted to. I definitely wanted to. And it looks like it's coming back up to test that support right now. But Bitcoin's sort of just chilling, but it looks like ETH is trying to, like we said, come back up and test that resistance level as we speak. But I can understand on the weekly if you think that ETH is topped out on this move. I can get it. I can totally get along with that. We've got a pump. We got that Sumanth energy. We got that Sumanth energy. I love it, man. I love it. What's Sumanth saying in the chat right now? He's saying hodl ETH and Bitcoin. I gotta love it, Samantha. I gotta love it. What did Samantha say? Samantha. ETH is my biggest bag. Just let Samantha do his thing. He's the homie now. He's the homie. He's a part of this stream. You know, reban Samantha. No, come on, your mom. Don't be mad because you're a Karen. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's actually you in your picture, but if that's you, you look like the biggest Karen on earth. You look like a mom that I would not want to have. You look like the mom that's going to shelter the child, and possibly, you know, it's going to affect them later in life. That's like the kind of mom that you look like in the picture. But I don't think that's actually you. If it is, it is what it is. I'm just being honest. All right. Anyways. All right. 1887. Let's see if ETH can come back up. Bitcoin's also coming back up to test this downtrend of resistance. Let's see if we can break out this morning, man. Link looks like it is getting some a little bit of a look at near. Look at near breaking out of the bull flag. Shout out to my guys on the near train. Still not. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. Last night I was like, all right, so near pulled back a little bit. Should I pick up some near? I did not. There it goes, man. Look at near. Look at near. There it is. 604. Gotta give it to you guys. I gotta give it to you. Near just doesn't want to give me that entry point at the current moment. It doesn't. But look at that beautiful bull flag on near. You're going to see a lot of altcoins have these bull flags, man. And if Bitcoin can hold up and break up out of the current pattern that we're looking at, a lot of alts look really, really good. They do. $7 waiting room. There we go. Here comes near. No, but the measure move, I mean, if we were to look at this, we got to break the previous high, so just be careful there. But if we take the measure move of near, from the swing high to the swing low, we extrapolate this right there. That's a target of 650 for near. Can't make that shit up, man. Can't make that shit up. That's very, very nice. And if we actually take the previous swing high to the previous swing low, we actually look at the Fibonacci levels. I would actually say some people draw their bull flags different. Some people draw it like this and take it from the last test of the bottom. Some people take it from this and put it at the breakout point. You know, depending on where you put it, it's going to give you a different number. But you know, that 2.618 seems like a very, very interesting level. Okay. If you look at, you already came to that 1.618. So from this swing low to this swing low, you already hit the 1.618 fib. But it looks like that 2.618 fib at 663 would be my next target, assuming that near can break this previous high. Okay, assuming you got to break that previous high before you even look at that. But near does look pretty juicy. Bearish divergence will be nullified if you get a little bit of more move up, but near looks pretty good. Near looks pretty juicy there. All right, Ethereum creeping up, creeping to this resistance level, man. Creeping like a little creeper. I actually don't mind ETH though, from this current moment. I know I'm more so talking about weekly time frame as ETH being maybe topped out on this move, but I do like the rise, the retrace to the 50 EMA, the falling wedge. I do like the short-term time frame chart of ETH. I do. So don't confuse my short-term views with my long-term views. Okay, they're very, very different. Some people think like, oh, Jordan says we're gonna pump. Thinks I'm being a moon boy. No, most of the time I'm talking about a short-term move. Or, oh, Jordan's so bearish. No, it's still my point where I think we're gonna go back down and test the lows at some point. All right, don't confuse long-term views with short-term views. They're very, very different. If you know what I mean, my man. They're very, very different. Let's see. Wayne says, when Jordan says don't panic, sell your crypto, that's your time to shine. Until then, have a little respect for other members. Oh, God, man. Samantha, you got to start spamming that. You can spam like one time, but don't spam 8 times, my man. All right? Please. I don't want to see you banned. You seem like a nice fella, you know? I would say that a fella probably actually accurately describes you. A fella. You seem like a nice fella, you know? But don't be spamming, my man. Don't test me because I always fail. You think so? Holy man. You don't always fail. All right. So Near's getting a nice move up, getting a rejection there at the current moment. Seemed like anything else was really moving. Like we said, Link had a nice move up earlier. It's probably going to have some fat bearish div, though. Look at all these bull flags playing out, though, right? Everyone said, yeah, these aren't going to play out. Oh. No, but big move up, you know, downwards trending channel, move up to the upside. Now, you are, at the moment, you have bearish div on Chainlink. It seems like we keep doing the same thing. Is it just me? We keep doing the same thing, where we pump up, we have 4-hour bearish divergence, we come back down, right? We make another bull flag, we pump up again. It seems like it just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat on a lot of these different altcoins, man. At least that's what it seems like to me. I don't know. But you do have bearish div on the 4-hour for Link. That's actually probably what we do want to see here, is Link get a slight pullback. We don't want to see Link pumping, man. At least, no, I take that back. I want to see Link pumping, but when Bitcoin's not pumping. You know what I'm saying? All right, DXY still holding that resistance. That's a good sign. S&P and the NASDAQ. Looks like the NASDAQ's trying to get some momentum to the upside here. Man. Oh, come on, NASDAQ. I want to see the NASDAQ smash the 200 EMA on a close, and I want to see the NASDAQ smash that red box of resistance right there. If the NASDAQ can smack that red box of resistance, that's going to be awesome. Awesome stuff, right? But we got to smack that, my man. Come on. Come on. The Mickey Mouse voice is fire. Thank you. Thank you, man. Can you wear Mickey ears when you use that voice? I can if you want me to. I can definitely wear the Mickey ears. I definitely can. I definitely can. All right, no. Let's go check out some other alts, because there are other alts with good setups, man. Dot's another one, right? I mean, even I was like, these aren't gonna play out. Oh. Even I said that the other day. No, but right here, it looks like Dot is doing the same thing that we're seeing from say Near or Chainlink, which already broke out to the upside. Right? Now we need to see ETH, we need to see Bitcoin get that continued move. But if you look at Dot, you got the rise up, you got the consolidation back down, right? Are you going to see a move from Dot? You know, I mean, look at that measure move. It's almost perfect, man. That measure move, if Dot breaks out right here, is back up to 1020, which would put you at, where was that? Is that that must be a fib level that I'm looking at. Or is it a daily level? Hold on. Let's see. Where is this level I'm looking at? Yeah, so that's a daily resistance level right there. A daily close level. You can't make that shit up. That's the next daily close level at 1020. You can't make that shit up, man. So we'll see if Dot has the juice. Dot is sitting right there at resistance as well. Let's see. So Dot is sitting right at resistance. We'll see if Dot gets back up there. But Dot has the... Dion said, I can't wait to get liquidated. No, don't say that. You're going to kill whatever trade you're in, okay? You're going to absolutely destroy whatever trade you're in. Dude, I actually like a lot of these short-term alt charts, man. I think alts today and BTC could be seeing a little bit of a retrace back up, right? Same thing, Solana. Little old Sol. I know a lot of you guys don't like Sol. I feel like Sol is the new ADA. Like it's the new coin to hate now, for whatever reason. You know why? I think it's always the coins that people FOMO'd in at the top that people don't like. But anyways, right here, Sol. Right, same kind of deal. You got downward sloping support levels, downward sloping resistance. A little bit of a falling wedge for Sol. Could we see the move back up to the highs up here? Definitely think we could, assuming that Bitcoin and ETH hold up. All right, I don't mind that chart for Solana whatsoever for at least the test of the highs. Does it break up higher than that? We'll see. We'll see. But that is definitely not a bad chart for Sol. Link already broke out, so we know that. AVAX. Let's see AVAX. Let's see here. So little old AVAX. AVAX doesn't have the same setup, but it's sort of the same thought process here. Depends how you want. I mean, it's not the same. It's not as neat. Okay, and I like neat, but same kind of deal. You're kind of just in this little channel. I wouldn't call this a bull flag. It's not, doesn't have enough momentum here for AVAX to get you, they call it a bull flag, really. It's really not. Let me actually go to the 4-hour time frame and see what you got here. Yeah, just not enough momentum to call that any type of pattern, but, you get your 4-hour stocks bottomed out. Looks like you're, excuse me, man. Holy moly. Holy majoli. You got your 4-hour stocks bottomed out, about to get that cross to the upside. And it actually also looks like you got slightly lower lows on the RSI, and you got higher lows on the price action as it speaks. So you got bullish div, you got bullish divergence on AVAX, and you got your stock RSI bottomed out in a channel right at support. It's a beautiful setup for AVAX too, in my opinion. I do think AVAX comes back up too. I'm going to hold by my thought processes here. Listen, like I told you guys, if you want to fade me, fade me. I wouldn't recommend it though. It is what it is. Oh man, I love when I'm right for a couple days and I just get this ego. It's usually when I get wrecked the other way at some point. That's usually when I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go get in a big trade because I've been right. And that's usually when I get wrecked. Anyways, AVAX broke the daily bear flag. Yeah, I know AVAX had a good day yesterday despite the market being blah, 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 blah yesterday. You know what I mean? Matic. Let's see. So Matic's still in this like big. If you look at Matic here, let's go to the daily time frame. So Matic's still in this big daily ascending triangle. Happy birthday, Mike. By the way, we need a pump song for Mike. I completely forgot, man. Pump song for Mike for his birthday. Let's get it, man. Come on. Come on, man. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Mike in the chat. I love it. Love it, Michael. Now, Mike is one of the best supporters of the channel, man. I mean, Mike is one of the first ones in here every single stream. Not just the night, not just the morning. But he's everywhere, man. He's in the Discord. He's like one of the first ones, literally one of the first ones in the stream every single day. I appreciate it, Mike. You're freaking awesome, man. I appreciate it. You love to troll me, but listen, I know the people who love to troll me love me the most. Okay, I know that. I know that. So, Mike, you're awesome, dude. Keep being you, man. No, but back to the charts here. Back to the charts. Right here. So, Matic. If you look at Matic, horizontal resistance, right? Upward sloping support. You got to look at this as a bullish pattern too. Like, it is what it is. I don't make this stuff up. I can't just sit here and go, no, it's not an ascending triangle. It is. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. If you take the measure move again, we extrapolate that to the upside, it's going to give us a target of like 130 for Matic. But here's the thing. You're still below that daily 200 EMA. So I wouldn't get too excited till you get back over that. You haven't been over that since April. And we wicked up to it. That's always one of the most important, I would argue probably the most important moving average as far as resistance levels is the 200. So watch out for that very, very closely. But Matic, I do like the daily chart on Matic, despite the, the naysayers coming in here. I do like the daily chart on Matic. I do. It is what it is. Now you got to play the song for every birthday. I can play the song for every birthday. I can, if you want me to. This is what it is. All right, Bitcoin and ETH just kind of chilling, man. They're slowly creeping up. It reminds me a lot of 2 days ago where we had that falling wedge and we were kind of like, all right, Bitcoin's slowly creeping up, right? Slowly creeping up. The whole time saying we're not going to pump. I told you guys, have patience on the chart. Have patience. It's going to take time. Have patience. And then eventually it broke through and we partied like the USA. Okay, so have patience. Now, I don't know if this is going to be it's not going to be that massive move you're looking for, but at least I'm looking for Ethereum to come up and test the highs. But like I said earlier, that's where you got to be careful for the M formation. Okay, be very, very, very careful for the M formation when it comes back up and tests these highs. All right, don't assume that just because it's breaking up that it's going to go make a new high. I would love if it did, but I have a hard time thinking that ETH on the weekly is just going to smash through the 20-week moving averages. I have a hard time thinking of that. It usually gets resistance on it first. Back test continues up. All right. Yeah, so Matic's in a good spot. I do think Matic's in a good spot for sure. And if you look at the shorter term time frames for Matic, you know, could you see something like this play out where, you know, it's a little bit of speculation at the moment, but I do like to speculate. You guys know I love to speculate. Could you see something along the lines of this play out? Where you got left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Gonna break the neckline, but it's there. It's there. And you still could come a little bit lower. Like you could test this trend line still. Back down to like 89.7 cents. But that wouldn't change what I'm looking at. Right? But I still like that formation there for continued move. If Bitcoin doesn't shit the bed. Oh, God. I gave up a Matic this morning. Market scared me back into ETH. Scared you back into ETH. ETH is actually the one coin where I'm probably the most skeptical about. And I'm pretty much an ETH maxi. No, I'm not an ETH maxi. But I own more ETH than anything else. And ETH is the one coin I'm actually slightly more worried about than anything else. You know what I mean? Dubious speculation. Dubious speculation. Dubious. For multiple different reasons. Like a lot of times when we get these big news events, they're actually sell the news. Okay? You haven't seen the sell-off just yet. And also we're at biggest resistance. So I am cautiously optimistic on ETH at the moment, man. Be cautious. I would not be, I'm like you said, I would not be FOMOing into ETH at these current levels. I would not be. Now, could you FOMO? I will always say this. People always say, but Jordan, if we can't FOMO, how are we going to get in? Like, you can FOMO. You can FOMO and it still work out for you sometimes. Don't get me wrong. Like, there's been times where I have FOMO and it has worked out for me. Okay? But you're basically playing off statistics, right? Based off statistics, you're way better off buying a support level than buying a resistance level. Okay? You can buy a support and it could still dump. Or you can buy a resistance, but it could still pump. You're just basically going off probabilities, though, if that makes sense. All right, so that's that. We'll continue to look at our ETH fractal. Okay, here's our ETH fractal right here. Here's our ETH fractal. Yeah, I mean, so far so good on the ETH fractal. Like, I don't think it's gonna play out like this. I do not think it's gonna play out like this. Almost 0% chance it plays out like this. But so far, so good. And is it a coincidence that you're getting the biggest Ethereum news coming out when you're supposed to get the upwards price action on Ethereum based off this? Might be a coincidence. It might be a little quinky dink. I don't know. But I don't think it's going to play out like this, but I do like what I'm seeing so far. I definitely do. I definitely do like what I'm seeing from ETH so far. All right? It's quite beautiful if you ask me. One of my favorite sayings, if you know what I mean. Drew said, I own more ETH than anything else and I have an ETH hat on, but I'm not a maxi. No, I'm actually not a maxi, man. I swear I'm not a maxi. I'm not. A maxi is someone who literally owns one coin. I mean, at this point, I think right now I'm like maybe 10 or 11. But no, in all seriousness, like, I ain't no maxi, man. I ain't no maxi. One night he's going to troll us and pre-record a stream. And that would be awesome, wouldn't it? You guys would be able to tell right away. Rumors are we will see new pre-recorded clips on tonight's stream. Pre-recorded clips? You guys want pre-recorded clips? Nothing beats this one. This is always the best one, in my opinion. This will always be the OG one.
And I'm here to bring you this cryptocurrency video. Bitcoin has fallen out from this falling wedge, and I have made 100x on my long position over here on Bybit. You guys should go use my Bybit link. Links down in the description.
Look at
Bybit
Bob,
link,
man.
Bybit link,
That would
Bybit
never
link,
get old.
Bybit link, Bybit link, Bybit
We
link.
know you like Bybit. That's probably like 70% of people when they watch Carl. That's always gonna be the OG one. We know you like Bybit. All right. Anyways, so that's Matic. What else do we got? Anything else juicy here? I don't know if anything else is juicy. Let's see. Let's go to the 1 hour on Uni. A little old Uniswap. Uni. We know Uni's been kind of one of the drivers of this market so far. The ones that have kind of been the drivers have been, I've noticed, have been ETH, Matic, and Uni. Those are the ones that really started cooking first. Cooking like a, I don't even know. But cooking like a something. But could Matic also be forming a little bit of an hourly wedge formation that brings you back to the upside? I do think so. And I will, let me see. Right now it is getting resistance at the top of it. That's fine. It's need to break out right now. So, I mean, does it come back down to the bottom first to come back up? Certainly could. So don't be pooping your pants. Pooping your pants if Uni comes back down to like 870 or so. But no, same type of deal. This one is a bit better on the hourly, but you guys get the point, right? This basically shows that slowing seller momentum is what basically a falling wedge is, and a rising wedge is slowly buying momentum, right? Just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, my friends. You need new clips like this? All right, I can do that. I need ideas from you guys, because I'll be quite honest, like, you know, I don't watch too many people these days. Maybe George, maybe BB, Ben Cowan, Tino. I don't watch too many people these days. I'll need some ideas from you guys in the Discord. I definitely do. We're not that smart. We probably won't figure it out. Can you text Store J? Been in a range for months. Broke out after dump in June. Let me see. Let me check that. You said Store J? Let me see Store J. Store J. Let's see. Fingers down my spine. You got your fingers down my spine. Girl, you look mighty fine. See Store J. Man, this thing is range locked, huh? God, man, that's brutal. Just range locked. But hey, the longer the accumulation, the bigger the pump, as they do say. All right. Let's see what we got cooking. Let's see what the rock is cooking, my friend. Actually, just extend this up here. Might as well. We might as well do a little extension, shall we? I mean, you should expect a resolution on this too soon. I mean, you look at it. It seems you're range locked. You get little slight deviations to the downside on wicks, but basically, you look at it. I mean, this is your support, right? Previous resistance flipping to support right here, right? You got this big downtrend of resistance that you've had since April. Okay, where you just keep getting resistance from this, but you look right here, downtrend of resistance. You should expect a resolution within the next couple days, man. You should. You know, it could go on to the end of August, which sounds quite miserable, but a resolution out of this should happen, right? If you look at some of these indicators, let me see. So daily looks fine. Let me actually quickly go to the 4-hour chart. See what we got. 4-hour looks okay at the moment. You know, looks okay at the moment. I would say basically what you just did is what you want to see from the market is you want to see the rise above the 50, the retrace to the 50. Now you want to see the continuation up. It just doesn't have the juice. Let's switch to the 1 hour. 1 hour stocks are bottomed out. That's good. That's definitely good. You just need to see the juice above on this one, you know? This one also looks like it's in a sort of a falling wedge, right? Besides that one deviation to the upside, seems like you have a clear resistance on the downside. One deviation wick. But, you know, you got lower lows, you got lower highs in a wedge formation. I got to assume this breaks to the upside. I got to assume. Okay, now, it depends on BTC, but I do like the chart for at least the test of the highs. Okay, do you come up and make a new high? We'll find out. But at least a test of the highs. You know, 75, 76 cents up in that range. And then hopefully that could break you out of this stupid downtrend of resistance, and you can get the move to the upside, right? But right now, it's patience game. Patience. Flux still ripping. It's still 12% today. Drew, you holding Flux, man? You still holding Flux? Let's see. Let's see Flux. Look at Flux. Come on, Drew. Let's go. Holy Flux. Holy Flux. Sounds like I'm swearing, but I'm not. Crone is probably the best. I like Crone. He's cool. I like how he does more statistical analysis. So you guys know I'm kind of a nerd. So I do like statistical analysis. I'm actually working on a couple of those on myself. I'm just kind of back testing a couple of my theories before I release them. All right, there it is. It's 96%. Not 96%. 96 cents. Flux going nuts. Flux ripping to the upside. You're going to see some alts come up, man. I mean, it truly is alt season. It truly is alt season. All you have to go look at is the Bitcoin dominance, and you could tell it's alt season, man. Right? Flux. You got the 200 EMA coming in hot. I would say it makes a lot of sense to come up and test that 200 EMA. Look where that 200 EMA is coming in. Right? Formation lows. 200 EMA coming in right at that level again. I could see like 113. 110 to 113 on Flux there. It's a nice move. Actually a beautiful cup and handle. You guys know cup and handles. Show me a chart. I'll show you a cup and handle pattern. But, you know. Boom. Boom. Break to the upside. It's quite beautiful. Quite beautiful. I'd be looking at 110, 113 there. The daily is getting a little bit overshot. 4 hour. A little bit overshot. You know, but I mean, pull back and then continuation. I can see it. Could definitely see it. I went all in at 43 cents. Nice, man. Killed it on that move. It truly is alt season, though. Like it is. Let's go look at the Bitcoin dominance, which should be right here. Here we go. Let's go look at it, man. Yeah, I mean, really, ever since the bottom over here. At about, really since June 11th, for the past 2 months, it's been a rip to the downside, right? Literally to the rip to the downside. If you actually look at this dominance, it's coming down hot and heavy. Is the dominance going to break that support? I mean, you're coming up on an interesting level in the dominance, though. Rest in peace, Ben. Remember when Ben was trolling everyone on Twitter? Like, this is why, guys, I like trolling, but sometimes you gotta keep it zipped up. You remember when Ben Cowan was trolling everyone on Twitter, saying 100% Bitcoin dominance going to 70%, trolling everyone? It's not even like, if you think something's gonna happen, that's fine, right? It is what it is. You're so passionate about that, man. Just get, as soon as you got passionate about it, rip to the downside. No, but seriously, do you guys think there's any chance that Bitcoin dominance breaks 39.55? 39.55? Do you think there's any chance of that happening? I would say you got maybe some types of, you guys know I love wedge formations, but there's any chance of this going down? Any chance? A 39.55 breaking on the Bitcoin dominance, because that's the big level to watch. Like, you got 1, 2, 3 hits to the downside at 39.55. If that breaks, you're looking at 35, 40, 45, okay? Which is the January 2018 lows, if you know what I mean, man. If you know what I mean. So, we'll watch there. But you're coming down hot and heavy. You got interesting point because you got this falling wedge, but you're also coming up on support. So, we'll see. We'll see. 10%. NFT Boogie said 10%. I'd be a happy man if that happened, man. Listen, I own Bitcoin. But at the same point, I own significantly more altcoins than I do Bitcoin. So I would be a very happy man if Bitcoin Dominance went to 10%. Very, very happy. I'm bullish on Bitcoin dominance. I don't care if it's $1, but BlackRock definitely holds BTC. Yeah. I actually think it's more likely that it just kind of stays. I think this is a good point where it stays. Like if Bitcoin dominance just kind of stays in this range for a while, right? Between 48% and 40%. You know what I mean? You know, it is what it is. You have this. Would we be against just staying in this range? And just kind of going up, down, right? Letting Bitcoin have its run, letting altcoins have their run. Bitcoin, altcoins. That would be fine. But the problem is there's so many projects in the space now. There's so many good things going on in the space that I just can't see dominance going to 60, 70% again. I can't see it. I can't picture how that would look like. You know what I mean? I don't know if we go significantly lower than this, but I do think that staying in this range makes a ton of sense. Where this maybe breaks up, you come back up to the highs, then altcoin season again, right? Something along these lines. 40 to 50% seems logical. All right. So, yeah, it seems like everything's just chilling, guys. I'm going to get off. Let's let the charts do their thing. Like I said, have patience. I do think this plays out. I'm going to stick to my conviction here. I do think this plays out. Have patience. The charts can take a while to play out. Okay? Palajek, what's going on, buddy? Holy moly, Palajek comes in with a fat super chat. Palajek, I'm going to DCA that. I'm going to DCA that, my friend. On the next... I mean, you could argue that we're on a dip right now. But I would say on the next major dip, I will DCA that Palajek just for you, my friend. All right? Appreciate that, dude. That's awesome, bro. That's awesome. That's crazy. I will have an excellent Friday. You too, Palajek. That's crazy, bro. That's nuts. But anyways, like I said, guys, let the charts play out. All right? Let them do their thing. It's just kind of boring you out at the current moment. ETH, let the charts play out. Let it do its thing. If Bitcoin breaks down from this wedge formation, look for 23K to hold. Where I think Bitcoin gets a little bit more bearish is if we break 23K. Right? So watch 23K like a hawk if Bitcoin breaks down today. If it doesn't, you still got this wedge formation we can break to the upside. All right, so let's freaking get busy. See you guys later. Let's hope that we come back at 7 p.m. and the markets are up and doing pretty well. You get some altcoins doing pretty well today. Flux, Near, Link. Looks like you got some other ones starting to come up too right now. So later, my friends. Fantastic day. I'm going to go eat breakfast. And no, it's not toast. No, it's not toast, my man. All right? Adios. Peace out. Don't do anything on it, dude. Don't panic sell your crypto. Most of all, don't panic sell your crypto. But don't be afraid to take profits on the bear market pumps, which I think I'm going to take some profits on Link as we speak. All right? Adios, my friends. Peace.